Alright, U760. $12mm on the case. $12mm on the back cover. Come on off. There we go. You got this bearing and race. Look at our ring lands and make sure they're not all messed up. Pull this drum assembly out. Set that off to the side for the momentary. Alright, our Sprag is turning counterclockwise. Locking clockwise. So, we'll mark this to know that this is the side that sticks out. And we can also mark either a Sprag or just somewhere on the case, so we know our Sprag is turning that way. Our opening of our snap ring is at the 11 o'clock. And just mark the case. Our snap ring, and I think we're going to have to pull that valve body off before we go much further. Make sure we don't have no rattle clips. It's been a while since I've had one of these apart. Don't get to build very many of these. They're usually too messed up for most people. There we go. Make sure our ring gear is not messed up. Get this bearing on the planetary. The planetary is going to come out. We got to take a nut off the front. Our next snap ring is at about 11:30. flat snap ring. And then our piston snap ring is at the 12 o'clock. Our return spring. Alright, our piston. Get our valve body off. $10mm on the pan. See our filter bolts. I usually keep my filter bolts separate so I don't get them mixed up with anything else. And our temp sensor. I think we can leave the harness attached to the valve body. I'm trying to remember which ones have to come off. On there. Nope, not that one. There we go. And make sure harness comes out with it. Two rubber seals underneath here. Bell housing should come up there. Take our diff out. Make sure our bearings are okay. Ring gear looks okay. Spider gears looked okay. .30 torques on the pump there. millimeters on the outside. Come on, baby. Go. Transfer gear. Looking alright. Set this off to the side. Leave our park actuator in there. This bearing right here is usually blown to pieces. Take our nut off. I don't have the socket for it, so I just use a chisel. And put our gear back in here. Let's get some park on it. Until he gets there. Alright, got the nut off. I got me a bushing driver gonna fit down inside there and then knock the plant out. Probably not gonna be able to do this where you can see it. Almost. There we go. Planet's okay. Now we can go in from this side. Need a bushing driver to fit around here, but inside that bearing, and drive my gear out. Now, usually, and you can see it on this one, these bearings are real bad about going bad. But this race that's down inside here, it should not be that loose. So this case has to be redone. I've yet to see a case yet that was any good. So that needs to be redone if we're going to rebuild it. We got our piston that's down inside here. I'm actually not going to take this out. What you got to do is take the snap ring out right here, and this piston comes out. I'm not going to take this apart unless I'm going to end up rebuilding this thing. So we're going to take this apart right here. You can see our snap ring has these two little ears. One goes on each side. This little section right here is real easy to screw up. Got a race right here. Got a race right here. Oh, come on. I got a bearing. Got a race on the inside. There. This bearing. Our gear. This bearing. Now, mark our opening of our snap ring. The tab goes right here. Got a tab. Come over here just a little bit. And we got this plate. And we got another snap ring. Got another tab right there.
There's a guy dropping off a transmission for that Suburban in the back. There's a guy dropping off that transmission for the Suburban in the back.
There's also a tab right here. Well, there's not a tab up here on this one. I was thinking that there was. There are return springs. .30 torques in here. O-ring right there. See if we can get this piston out. If not, we'll blow it out with air. Alright, that one will come all the way out. There's your piston. And our pump should come out. I believe we got all the bolts. And we'll mark the gears. Looks like we got a dot on that one. Faces up. The inner one doesn't have anything. Doesn't look like. We've got this clip here we got to take off. Wrap a rag around that so it don't go flying. Clip. There's a snap ring in the back. It's easy to screw this drum up too. I had a hell of a time getting the last one loaded up properly. Come on now. I think I had to, but I'm going to go press this down, take the snap ring off the back, but I don't recall having to do that last time. There's our snap ring off the back. It's our piston. The turn spring. Molded piston in here. Let's see what we got. The piston should just come off. I'm going to replace the pistons on this. We've got a wavy plate. wavy snap ring. We've got another snap ring in here. Well, I think I remember why I didn't have to do that last time. I think the U660 is different, comes apart different. That's what I had last time. And a set of clutches in there. Bearing here, bearing here. With the race on top. I don't know how much of that I got pointing the wrong direction. Bearing here. Alright, we got 2 snap rings here. Alright, I'm not going to take this drum the rest of the way apart unless we sell it. All it says in here is a couple pistons and a return spring. So we'll go write this one up and see if we can get it sold. If you want to know exactly what tranny you have in your car, go look on the door pillar and it'll tell you which one it is. Well, alright. That didn't turn out so well. So, this is what we're going to do. LS kit with pistons, filter, Sonac zip kit. I'm going to have the case repaired where that bearing goes. I don't know what my torque converter code is because when I tried to flip it over it fell into the waste oil tank, so I'm going to have to go fish that thing out and figure out what code is on there.